Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Let's Play The Binding of Isaac. Wrath of the Lamb? What is this? What is... Yeah, DLC day. Woo! I'm excited. Look at this. Look. Page 2 of items. Isn't that fantastic? Oh! Alright. So, for those of you who are just tuning in now, because you just found out that I, have the Wrath of the Lamb and you want to look at footage, I've been playing The Binding of Isaac for a little while. Unfortunately, I haven't 100% of the game before buying the DLC, so that's going to affect a couple of things, but nothing too crazy. Now, the DLC is dropped today, May 28th. It is retailing at $3. The original game actually is on sale, would you believe it, for $2. So you can get yourself a wonderful little package of one of the greatest inexpensive games of all time for just $5. Yeah, go buy this. Well, why haven't you bought this yet? You shouldn't even be having to think about it. Now, it does come off the bat with at least one unlockable character, Samson, where you have to pass on 2 treasure rooms and kill Mom to unlock. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that in recently, but the main additions, of course, are item rooms, new enemies, new kinds of rooms, new items, new bosses, like just a massive amount of information. Now, without further ado, let's just jump right into it. I'm going to be recording a number of runs as quickly as I can. I just want to give a heads up to those of you who are faithful watchers. All probably 10 of you left. I do apologize. I will be getting back into the swing of things in terms of making videos. I think I've gone 2 weeks without making a video, actually. But anyways, I digress. We'll talk about that over the course of the game, I'm sure. Now, apparently, we have a number of challenges that we're able to complete. Now, simply select your challenge, and then the game will set you up with Isaac, and you're good to go from there. And you can kind of you can just quit, change your character. It's sort of odd. It's changed sort of the structure. Now, no matter what, you're always in a challenge mode. So, if I can be as precise as to say, simply you choose your challenge, and then you're set up with that challenge, and then every time you go to pick another character, that character is in that challenge. So there's no longer a regular type of play, which is odd, I think. It's sort of a weird sort of framework. But one thing I am noticing is the impressive amount of item rooms, additional, like the beef ups. Unfortunately, I broke my cardinal rule and I played a run off of camera just to sort of get a feel for the game again, see what was new, so that way I didn't make myself out to be a complete and utter idiot. And unfortunately, I had the best run of my entire life, and I just destroyed that run with like 12 plus hearts and like everything, a bunch of new things too. So unfortunately, I am spoiling it a little bit for myself, but we're gonna go. We beat the Dark Was Night, and for those of you who will probably get this DLC and wondering what it is, it's simply you go through without a mini-map. That's all. Nothing too crazy, and with the improvements on the item front, like just having an option to get more and more items all the time, the game has sort of maybe been streamlined in a sense. Anyways, we're going to be clicking 7 Years of Bad Luck, which will automatically, like I said, select Isaac. Now, whenever we quit, we will be continuing with this challenge, depending on what character we pick. Now, we're going to pick Isaac, simply because I love Isaac, and there's a precursor level now. It's called Cellar 1. It's a little different. Unfortunately, and now there's sort of oddities of all the different rooms we'll be seeing. I will be getting my item room, of course. Brother Bobby, not anything new to anyone who's been playing this game for a while. Might be new for me. I don't know how many times I've gotten Brother Bobby. Very rarely, I think. I will be getting at that nickel. Whether, actually, well, I'm gonna wait on my bomb. Gonna wait. So it's nothing too crazy yet, but the cellar is actually pretty difficult. It can be a little rough for a first level, and it's great because it adds like another depth in terms of how many items you can get. Now, unfortunately, this room's kind of a dick. I don't even know what I want to do yet. I'm gonna wait a little bit, see what options. So that that item or that enemy I just destroyed looks familiar, but is not the one you're used to. It actually spawns these little spiders. These little spiders are kind of like an alternate form of maybe the pretty fly. I got a rusted key. Now, there's a completely new addition to this game, and that is these, they're called trinkets. And what it is it's sort of like a pill in a sense that you pick it up and it gives you an altering effect, except you can only have one at a time. So as you go over the course of the game, you'll be picking up these trinkets, and unfortunately, most of them, we don't even know what they are yet. The wiki hasn't been updated nearly fast enough. The game's been out for a few hours, and unfortunately, not all the trinkets are known. What they do. Sometimes some of the trinkets, we know the names of them, and I picked up a couple that don't even have a description. I don't even know what they do. So that's part of the fun, I suppose. In terms of, you know, what we can expect from continuous play with the Binding of Isaac. I don't want to die. I'm gonna guess that the rusted key. I'm gonna give. What would I rather have? I'm gonna go with the possibility of an item versus coins. That's what I'm gonna go with, because I find that the chests are dropping a lot better items now. Now the rusted key, nothing. I will get a sense of what this does as soon. Oh, I know what I can do. I'm gonna go to the item room just to see if I can open it up maybe with rusted key. Maybe that's what it does. No, rusted key doesn't do that. Interesting. So it's definitely not what I kind of would expect off the bat to do something with opening doors. But it could be something completely different. It could affect a special kind of room that, to me, as far as I know, only hurts you in some way. So this is a new enemy. His name's Pin. He's the first boss you fight. Almost, I did about I don't know, maybe 3 runs, and he was the boss 2 of the time. So this is my 3rd time. So 3 out of 4 times, Pin is your boss of choice for the cellar, which I'm not complaining about. He's a fun boss. He's pretty low on health, which is great for, you know, that first sort of boss run. He's very balanced in terms of the fact that I'm taking damage stupidly, but I wouldn't need to. And it's pretty easy to avoid a lot of his attacks. It's sort of a delayed diagonal spray, I should say, of an attack, and he just sort of goes around. And as long as you just keep moving, you shouldn't have any issues, and he's going to be down now. Now we're going to get the wooden spoon, which is speed up, which is not necessarily the best thing in the world, but nothing I can really do. We're going to go on now, and now we're back to sort of the game we're used to playing, and we're back onto, oh, the basement 2. Unfortunately, I'm an idiot, and apparently the basement 1 has been replaced with the cellar, which I'm not complaining about, because the cellar is sort of like a nice change of pace, I find. So, I have a bunch of scratches all over me, which I'm guessing is the wooden spoon. I've never seen the wooden spoon without any other effects added. So the wooden spoon is literally markings of Isaac being beaten with a wooden spoon. And it increases his speed because he's trying to avoid any possible pain he can get from his mother. Wow, this game. Sometimes you wonder why it didn't get a port to the 3DS. Now I know. Anyways, how's everybody been doing? Pretty good? I'm glad. I did promise that I was going to do this, and despite my busy schedule, I am keeping my promise at least once. There's a couple promises I've been making that I haven't been able to keep, and that's the unfortunate part about you really don't know until you kind of like have to go through it on a daily basis before you really sort of realize how taxing it can be to make these. Now, good news for those of you who are kind of fans of mine, I guess, subscribers, I guess, people who enjoy my content, I'll just say that. Basically, I will be done school the 12th or something like that, 12th June 14th, 16th, something around there. And at that point, my content will take a huge spike, and yeah, it'll basically just be a huge, just fun mess of videos all the time, frequently. And I'm excited for that. I think I've earned it. I think I've earned a good of fun with my subscribers, and we're going to have a ton of fun. We're going to be beating all the games, of course, that I've been trying to beat for forever, such as Zelda. I'm going to be finally getting to, oh, nice, 2 Spirit Hearts. I'm not going to complain about that. Unfortunately, no keys. but I do have a good feeling. Now, one thing you'll kind of notice with the runs is that it's this sort of strange. It's not like, how do I say this? A lot of the rooms have, like, a lot of the setups. So the basement 2, let's say, it won't feature a lot of newer enemies. It's almost like the Cellar 1 sort of, it gives you a little taste of newer enemies, and then they don't show up again until later rooms that have the same style. Now, I think a couple of rooms have been replaced here and there along the scope, and I'll make a more of a mental note as we go on, but I don't want to say anything that is completely wrong by any means. So let's see, we're going to get full health. Now, this is great. This is turning out good. I'm going to go ahead and go straight to the item room because I feel like this is great. Now, this is a new item. This is What the frick? Wow. Wow. So my fire rate has decreased significantly, and I'm shooting boulders out of my eyeball. So this is Prometheus. Or it looked like Prometheus. It was similar to that Promethean or Prometheus, but it should be pronounced Prometheus. I'm pretty sure that's what he's alluring to at the very least. So it's hard to say if this is going to do a lot more damage, a little bit more damage. Luckily, we have Brother Bobby now. On my right is an odd room. Now the symbol looks like the same curse of how do I say this? So there's the curse of Babylon, and that's the same symbol on that room. But if you go forward, I'll demonstrate. You lose health. Now this chest is actually going to contain a troll bomb, which had a cute little troll face on it. So literally you enter this room and you take damage, you open this chest, it either has enemies or bombs that hurt you, and then when you pass through the door again, more damage done. Now this leads me to believe that you have to be maybe cursed with you know, the Whore of Babylon, not the Curse of Babylon, the Whore of Babylon, to maybe have any kind of benefit from that room. But it's quite odd. It's very very case-sensitive room, so I find that kind of strange for the Binding of Isaac, especially. We're gonna go to the secret room, see what lies in wait. We do have 6 coins, which is fantastic. So yeah, that's something new, and I'm not quite sure what it does yet. I mean, I could of course do the research. I will be, but maybe if we're lucky, we might be able to, you know, do a run with Eve, and maybe figure that one out. But otherwise, I'm not too concerned. So going against Monstro, let's see. Oh yeah, the huge chunk, like these huge projectiles are doing tons of damage. So what we would need right now is a huge fire rate up would be great. These are the largest tiers I've ever seen. And then, you know, some damage upgrades maybe, who knows. So yeah, like you can sort of see, like, a lot of the items that are added, I mean, they don't necessarily make the game easier. So we got range plus tiers up, which is really awesome. I love grape juice. Yeah, it's just impressive. So far, the Rusted Key has made no notable difference in our run. I've been kind of lucky in that corner, but I don't want to stay there too long. Oh, and I see, and it also will carry over through enemies, which is great. I mean, I'm not complaining at all. So let's see. We're gonna be able to go to the mob trap room. These guys are a pain in the ass sometimes. I'm not gonna bother yet unless I see a real need to possibly take some damage. Wow, I've never taken this much damage from Pretty Flies before. Probably because I've never had that little health. Death, which will do a ton of damage to the boss. Unfortunately, mob trap room is now closed up because I am low on health. We're going to continue to look for the item room and some keys. For sure, we're going to need at least one, because the whole point of most of these runs, of course, is to try and, as much as possible, show off the new stuff in this game. Now, some of the enemies have been tweaked, I think. I'm pretty certain. I'm going to say fairly certain, because, well, they're a lot harder than I remember, and that could just mean I suck. Now, I don't have a spacebar item, so I'm not going to complain. I'm going to probably use Mr. Boom right here. That just completely destroyed that. That's great. I'll come back for that if I need it. Alright, so we're going against chubs. Then we've got a greenish yellow chub, which is pills up, telepills. Couldn't have seen that one coming. I've never really seen telepills. I'm getting a lot more telepills lately with some of my other previous runs. So we found another, basically a trap room. My guess is it might, with that symbol though, it could mean that at half of a heart, that's when you get an item from it. That's probably what it is, actually. If we remember the curse of, or the whore of Babylon, what that does is when you're at a half of a heart, it will in fact give you an additional effect. Like it'll give you a sort of a bonus. So maybe it's like an ultra good item room, you know, and that could probably explain it, actually. I think that makes total sense. So you need to be at a quarter or a half heart, and you probably get a major reward for that too. So we found there's no item room on the cave 1. The item room has been replaced with the... Okay, so we're going to try out a little trial then, in this sense, that, so, 1, 2, 3, want to get out before it's too late, and then try half of a heart. Okay, we're at half of a heart. Nothing, nothing. Oh god, I'm going to die. I'm going to die. This room trolled me. That's hilarious. It was a good guess. I guess. Oh, that's terrible. So the item room was replaced. That wasn't it. That's not the secret to this room. Oh, that's hilarious. For those of you who probably already know what it does, I've probably completely embarrassed myself. But anyways, keep watching. I will continue to be posting out a ton more content as I continue forth with this game, and I'm really excited to show you guys some of the new stuff that's coming out. So as always, guys, thank you guys for watching. Have yourselves a great day, and I'll see you next time.